Welcome, everybody, to New Orleans and the iconic Caesars Superdome, the long-term home of the All-State Sugar Bowl, which this year, of course, is part of the college football playoff. It's time now for the quarterfinals, with the top four seeds a time to begin their quest toward the national championship. But they run into a battle-tested team already coming off one playoff victory, trying to shock the world here today and make the semifinals. As we'll see the number 5 seed in this playoff, the Texas A&M Aggies, taking on the number 4 seed in the playoff, the Florida State Seminoles. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Chris Fowler here in the booth with Kirk Herbstreit. And here we go, a college football playoff quarterfinal game. We'll see which team's going to be moving on. The kickoff team is out there. Great energy as this playoff game is about to get underway. And here's the fair catch by the return man. Set it down to the offense. First down. That now goes in motion. Defense will have to adjust. Pressure is coming. And that's incomplete. Even on a first down pass attempt, he felt heavy pressure.
Well, it's pretty simple. The defensive line does a great job of getting after the quarterback and forcing him into that incompletion.
Back to throw. It's Connors. This time, a completion. They bring him down, but a big chunk of yardage on the play.
I love how this quarterback is finding this slot receiver. Not only is he tough to handle, but it's what he's doing after the catch. He has such wiggle and quickness. He's tough to bring down, and you see more positive yards after the catch here.
On 1st and 10, looking to throw. Looking for his big tight end. And he's got his man open downfield. Bulldozing his way through those tackles. They're not going to get him. He's in. Touchdown, Texas A&M. You come out in the playoff game, Kirk, no signs of rust for the offense immediately.
Yeah, no jitters at all. After the layoff, I wondered how they might be able to come out and communicate and actually just the rhythm to the offense. But they did not hesitate. They set the tone early. Now they got themselves a lead.
Now the try here for the extra point. PAT makes it 7-0. The kickoff team on the field now is set to send this one away. And it's fielded. Returner trying to make something happen. And he stopped at the 19. Good job by the coverage team. First down play call. How aggressive will it be? Looking for a gap. It's Murphy. Gets some space around the 30. Heads out of bounds after a solid gain, more than enough to pick up a first down.
Outstanding blocking on the left side of that offensive line. That's really what opened up this play. They did their job, and you can see the results. You burst open and get a big gain on the ground. If I were them, I'd keep going to that side and see how much more success they can have.
Using the ground game here. Tailback has the handoff.
Great job by the offensive line here, opening up some holes and giving the running back room to run on first down. Plays like this can open up the playbook for the play caller, allow him to make that defense think they're going to run, maybe play action, maybe throw the ball downfield.
Getting set. Here's second down. Here's the handoff. The sophomore with a strong tackle there.
See, that's how you limit what an offense wants to do. This time, the defense just won the battle up front at the line of scrimmage, not giving up any big plays. Everybody's gap sound. It's really solid defense on that play.
Third down play, looking for a fresh set of downs. Receivers now getting some new assignments before the snap. Quarterback in the shotgun here on third down. And it's complete downfield. And a big gain before he goes out of bounds. The offense keeps churning, gets a fresh set of downs.
Good job here by this offense coming up with his first down on that third down play. They knew they're going to have to deal with a lot of pressure, did their job, gave the quarterback time. They convert, and listen, you're down early in this game. Every possession matters. You need points on this drive, and they're able to have that chance now with that conversion.
Intercepted, picked off by the defense. Brought down after a short return, but the interception gives the offense the football at the 4.
He didn't really seem to feel like he had anybody open. He just puts it up in the air, and the defense says, thank you, we'll take it.
Here comes the Texas A&M offense back on the field. They were able to punch it in the end zone last time, looking to do the same thing here to see if the defense can make adjustments. Looks downfield and connects with a wide-open wide receiver. And they'll bring him down, but this offense creates a huge chunk play.
Well, nice job here by this offense, creating an opportunity for this receiver to excel after the catch. It's early in this game, so this defense better get their arms around this receiver because he could be a monster today.
The Aggies looking to take advantage of this red zone trip. A pop pass on the jet sweep. And they stop him just short. The defense really backed up now. It's first and goal.
The defense has got to do a much better job here of adjusting to the pre-snap motion. They just kind of stayed in place, and it gave the receiver plenty of room there to make a nice play.
And the Aggies line it up with first and goal. And the quarterback tucks it and takes off as a design run. He's swarmed by the defense.
Well, anytime you use your quarterback as a runner, the goal is obviously to hit some big plays. You've got to be careful of letting your quarterback take too many big hits.
And he'll make it in for the score. Touchdown, Aggies. So they'll try to add to the lead now with the PAT. With the extra point, the lead is 14. Kickoff team is on the field. Let's see if they give the returner a chance to bring this one back. He'll return it from inside the 5. And he steps out of bounds right at the 25-yard line. And the Seminoles offense comes back on the field. They had some good things going on the last drive, but it ended suddenly with the pick. Let's see what they can do here. On first down, it's play action. And it's incomplete on the throwaway. Didn't find anybody open. Brings up a second down now.
Well, this defense has been incredible all year long, and they continue to be that way in the postseason. Just getting after this offense, whether it's putting pressure on the quarterback, great coverage downfield. Right now, they are dominating this game.
And this time, it's complete. They wrap them up after the completion, just short of the first down marker.
I think it's important to kind of let your quarterback get into a rhythm early in the game. Sure, you'd love to see the big gains, but plays like this allow the quarterback to get settled into the game, find his rhythm, and then he can make the bigger plays later on.
In the third and short, they'll try to throw for it. Fires it to the wideout. Catch is made down the middle. Brought down quickly, but it's a big game through the air. Spot the ball at the 45.
Now we're starting to see this offense look like they've looked all year long. Listen, to be able to get to a playoff opportunity, your offense has got to be able to show an ability to hit throws like this on third down. They hit it, they keep the drive alive. Now they have a chance to put points on the board.
And he'll just get rid of it.
Man, I like this play. Not only is it the right play, throwing it away like that, but given that he had no other option, he just did what he's supposed to do to survive and get ready for this next down.
Offense getting set. It's second down. Tight end goes in motion. Looking to throw again. And it's incomplete and a very quick throw.
Well, this quarterback and his receivers have got to get on the same page. They've got to find a rhythm if they want to move the ball down the field.
So the offense getting set. This is not where you want to be against this defense. Third and long. They'll change the pre-snap look now. On third down, he drops to throw. Lets it go quickly. Finds a man open on the right side downfield.
Chris, there's a lot of pressure on this offense here early in this game. They're down early, third down and long. Nice job of protecting. The last thing they want to do is have to punt this ball away. So instead, the quarterback has time. Nice throw, and it's a first down.
Makes a quick grab. And he heads out of bounds after gaining a few yards.
Chris, it's so easy to get excited about the receivers on the outside and their ability to make big plays. But the slot receivers are just as exciting, especially with their finesse, quickness, and ability to make guys miss in the middle of that field.
The ball is loose. It's a turnover.
That's a great play by the defender who forced the fumble. Also recognize the heads-up play from the guy who recovered it. They were in the right place, just the right time.
So they take a closer look, and the replay booth will overturn that ruling on the field. And the Seminoles will line up now. It's first and goal. They'll try to run it in on first and goal. That's a nice wrap up there by the junior. The red zone has been a real struggle so far for this offense. Now it's second and goal. Pre-snap motion from the receiver. And it looks like the quarterback's going to run it. Heading for the goal line, and now the ball's knocked loose. The offense falls on the fumble, keeps possession.
The offensive staff just took a collective sigh of relief. But I'd still anticipate that someone's going to pull that ball carrier aside, give him a couple choice words on the importance of ball security.
Try to make it with a quarterback sneak.
Tell you what, for a tired defense that's been out on that field for a long time on this drive, what a stop there on third and goal. It brings us to fourth and goal. And as a head coach on the offensive side, when you put together this kind of drive, you're this close, inside the 3-yard line, you got to come away here with a touchdown.
No surprise here. The coach has got the offense on the field. They'll go for it on 4th and goal from the 1. Quarterback making adjustments now to what the defense is showing. There's the snap. They'll set up to throw. And they can't complete it. It's a turnover on downs. Defense stepping up there.
This is the chance you take here as an offensive coordinator and a play caller. You go for it here. You draw it up perfectly. You think this is the right play, and then the execution is not there. So the defense catches a break, and they get the ball back to their own offense.
All right, so it's 1st and 10 from their own 1-yard line. A dangerous place on the field. Are they going to run the ball to get some breathing room or be more aggressive? That's a nice gain to move the sticks here as time runs out in the 1st quarter. So here we go, first play of the quarter. The offense has a 1st down. And now the running back's got it again. In the clear at the 25. And that stiff arm will help earn him the 1st down.
How about setting the edge there on the right side of that offensive line? I wouldn't be surprised if they keep going back to the well, pounding it behind that right guard and right tackle and tight end, seeing what additional damage they can do.
Another chunk play. This offense is really clicking. Hands off to the left. The gain is 5, so it's 2nd and 5 now.
Chris, the defense dials up the blitz. They're unable to get into the backfield, giving the running back enough room. I'll tell you, the linebacker makes a great play just to come up with a tackle here.
2nd down after that previous play. They're going to run it. Tackle, but 1st down.
Look, I realize on any play call, when it's properly executed, it can go to the house for a touchdown. But the runs that really make a game plan run are the ones where you get just what you need. And he barely got the 1st down, but he got it.
Texas A&M getting set with a 1st and 10 now. It's good for a 3-yard gain, so 2nd and 7.
You know, in the era that we live in right now, everybody wants to spread the field around, try to create space, try to create one-on-one matchups, and the defense has countered over the years by trying to play out wide. But here's a great example. The defense has the ability to play wide, but still be solid at the line of scrimmage and not give up big run plays.
Breaks clear, end zone ahead. They bring him down, but an explosive play by this offense. Big gain.
I really love the way more and more offenses are using the receiver in motion pre-snap. Give him a chance to get the football with a couple blockers in front of him. He's got all that speed built up. You get the ball in his hands, and you better look out. He could be off to the races.
Takes the ball, tries the right side here. Brought down short of the end zone at the 3.
Love those positive yards on 1st and 10, and it's not quite a 1st down. Looks like it'll raise 2nd and inches, but it sure does open up the playbook here to be able to open up, maybe take a shot downfield.
So down here in the red zone, every yard tough to find. Here is a crucial play coming up. That's a design quarterback keeper. Couldn't quite get there, but brought down at the 1-yard line. The Aggies looking to punch it in here. It's 1st and goal. And now the timeout is called by the defense. They've got some things to work out here. The offense threatening, close to the goal line with a new set of downs.
42,
First and goal, they'll try to run it in. Touchdown, A&M. This offense really clicking. Try to add to the lead now with the PAT. The extra point is good. They stretch the lead a little bit more. Now the kickoff team is out on the field. And the kickoff will be returned. And he stopped at the 20, trying to make something happen, but that's good coverage there. And here comes the Florida State offense on the field. The last time they went forward on fourth down, didn't get it, and ended up costing them 6 points. And they bounce back here. First play of the drive, they'll come out throwing. Trying to create outside the pocket now. Caught way downfield for a huge gain. It's a big gain all the way to enemy territory. Tackled at the 45. The Seminoles looking to crank up the tempo a bit. Quarterback adjusting now to the defense. On 1st and 10 here, looking to throw the ball. Lets it fly to the wideout. And the pass is intercepted as he throws into double coverage that time. And he's wrapped up after a solid return.
Boy, great hands by the defender to take that ball away and pretty much steal it from the intended receiver. I don't know if I'd be targeting that defender very many more times.
So they begin the drive here in the final 3 minutes of the half. First down, looking to throw the ball. Quarterback moving out of the pocket, trying to create. It's caught downfield. And he's brought down, but not before he gets first down yardage.
Boy, another positive gain for this offense, and this quarterback continues to show how dangerous he is when he has time to throw. The defensive coordinator's got to change up his looks, maybe bring in the blitz, anything they can do to get this quarterback out of this rhythm.
How aggressive do you get on 1st and 10? Off the play fake, looking to throw. Short pass finds the tight end. They tackle him, but the game moves the ball to the 36.
Another great play by this receiver. And I tell you, the offense coordinator's doing a nice job of moving him around. The defense knew coming into this game how tough he'd be to stop, but the way they're utilizing him is making it very challenging to be able to create the matchups that the defense want.
He's got it near the end zone.
That is great arm strength and accuracy by this quarterback. Let's not forget the wide receiver's job of bringing it in for that big game.
First and goal now, a chance to claim even more momentum before the halftime break. Offense moving receivers around now before the snap. Wide receiver gets a shot on the ground here. He powers into the end zone. Touchdown, Texas A&M. They'll try to add to the extra point, makes it a 28-zip lead. Kickoff team is on the field to boot this one away. And here's the return from inside the 5. Tackled at the 22. Good job by the coverage team. And the Florida State offense heads back onto the field. This has been a rough first half. They'll have to regroup in intermission. But in the meantime, let's see if they can get some momentum going. He's moving out of the pocket. That's the third pick tonight thrown by this QB.
I love this quarterback's athletic ability and the way he can create and improvise. Unfortunately here, he just didn't locate the defender and he throws the interception.
First down. We're going to throw the football. And the senior quarterback off target there. Threw it behind him. Second down after the incompletion. Looking to throw. It's Connors. Airing this one out toward the sideline. That deep shot is caught for a big gain. Stopped short of the touchdown, but the offense is set up now first and goal.
How about that? The receiver had nobody around him. That's frankly embarrassing for this defense when you let someone deep downfield go completely uncovered.
Keep it on the ground, trying to power in for the touchdown. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2. And a timeout is called. Important stage late here in the second quarter. Ball moved back to the 4 for second and goal. And he gets to the end zone. Touchdown, Aggies. Now the all-important extra point. PAT is good as they build on this big lead. So the offense gets momentum scoring before halftime. Now the kickoff. We'll see if the defense can get his top and preserve that momentum. And a misfire there on the kickoff as it goes out of bounds. Pretty easy call for the head coach. He will accept that penalty, of course. Empty backfield. Offense spreading the field with 5 wide. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. He'll take a deep shot. Another interception. Wow, that's his 4th tonight. Follows the pick with a nice return before finally being brought down.
Chris, that's back-to-back drives now that this offense has thrown interceptions. They've got to be able to regroup on the sideline, adjust their schemes, maybe their personnel groupings and formations, try to find a new way to attack because right now...
Oh, it's picked off. What a play. Not much on return there, but a great interception to give the offense the football at the 42.
Well, the quarterback ends up being a tad aggressive and ends up paying for it with a pick. I get that that might be part of his playing style, but there's a difference between being aggressive and being careless.
Finds an open target on the left side. Brought down, it crosses midfield to the 46. The Noles will hustle to the line here to run the hurry up. Off the play fake on first down. Looking to make a big play downfield. And this is dropped. Would have been a huge gain, but he could not collect it.
Chris, the defense catches a break here. They got behind coverage. Looked like a big play, if not a touchdown, and the receiver just dropped the ball.
And he's back to throw again after that incompletion on first down. It's incomplete. That was caused by the defensive pressure. And now it brings up third down.
Man, you got to love this if you're defensive coordinator. It's all about affecting the quarterback and getting pressure on him. This time they got to him and forced that incompletion.
The offense comes back out there. Not much time left. Perhaps just time for a couple plays before the half. Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. And that's incomplete. Just 8 seconds remaining now.
Well, Chris, obviously they had to go through the air there to try to pick up this third down and long, but when you're so far behind the chains, you really allow this defense to dictate things, and it allows them to put pressure on your quarterback and can affect the timing, as we saw in this play.
And they get him down in what will be the final play of this first half. And that will do it for the first half here. Kevin Connors now has our halftime update.
Florida State, 0.
Here's the kickoff team now, set to boot this one away. He'll bring it out from his end zone. And he's brought down at the 12. That's poor field position to start the drive. And the Seminoles offense comes back on the field. On 1st and 10, they'll look to throw it. He's moving out of the pocket now. Nothing open downfield, so we'll just throw it away.
Man, the defense took everything away from him. What do you expect him to do? He can't force the ball into traffic and potentially throw the interception. Does a good job of getting out of the pocket, away from the pressure, and just throw the ball away. See what happens on this next down.
Incomplete, so it's 2nd down and 10. Here's the snap. Offense looking to throw the ball. Boom. Pass ball is incomplete. There was a lot of contact. No penalty. Brings up 3rd down.
Chris, I thought he had his hands on that football. I thought he was going to come down with it. But give the defense all the credit with a big hit to knock that ball loose.
Well, it's been tough so far to get this drive going. Now they face 3rd and 10 from inside their own 20. What's the call going to be? Quarterback appears to be changing the play. Drops back, looking to throw for it on 3rd down. And that is interception number 5 as the nightmare performance continues. Going to take it all the way in. Pick 6. Touchdown, A&M.
Chris, that second-tier defender, the linebacker, sometimes can get lost in coverage. Saw him. Quarterback threw it right to him, comes up with the interception, and then he has the speed to take it all the way to the house.
And the kick is up and good. They tack on a point to their lead. Getting set to kick the ball off now. And he's going to bring this out from a couple yards deep in the end zone. Solid coverage there. They get him at the 15. That's where the offense will take over. And here comes the Florida State offense on the field. They have got to bounce back on this possession after throwing a pick 6 last time out here. Off the play fake, looking to throw on 1st down. Pass not complete, but there was a lot of contact there, and here comes a late flag.
Man, playing defensive back has got to be the toughest job out there right now in college football. You get isolated on islands against these freaky, talented receivers. It's hard enough to be able to stay up with them and try to make a play on the ball, and often you end up bumping them downfield, and you get a call like this.
He's found some room at the 45. That's a big gain before he goes out of bounds. It'll move the sticks. More than enough for a first down.
Boy, this guy can do it all. We know what he can do with his arm, but when things aren't there, does a good job of pulling it down, knowing where the first down marker is, picking up the first down.
Quarterback making some changes at the line. Here comes a first down pass attempt. Catch made along the sideline, but he's short of the sticks. And he'll make his way out of bounds after gaining decent yardage.
Well, when you run that out route, it's going to end up very close to the sideline. Love his awareness to realize not only keep his eyes on the football, but where he is on the field. He gets his toe down before he goes out of bounds for the catch.
Running out of time in the pocket. But they don't make the connection. That one is incomplete.
Well, these guys just continue to struggle throwing the football. You know, whether it's been running the wrong route, the quarterback not being accurate, the offensive line not doing their job. It's been a collective effort, and it's a big reason why they're trailing now in this game.
They're going to throw for it on 3rd and short. Receiver makes the catch. Heads out of bounds after a solid gain. More than enough to pick up a first down.
Really good job here of converting by this offense. And let's face it, at this point in the game, because they have such a big hole to climb out of, they've got to be able to convert and come up with a new set of downs. They do it here. Now they got a real shot to cut into this lead.
Looking to throw it on first down. Here's a shot toward the end zone. Tried to press the ball deep, but it's incomplete.
Well, this defense has been lights out all year long. In fact, it's been one of the best pass defenses in the country. Big reason why they're in this playoff, and they're living up to that standard today.
Incomplete. Second down coming up. And he'll set up to throw. He's running out of time here. Looks like he's going to run it. So now it's 3rd and short from the 30. Chance for the defense to make a play here and perhaps force a field goal attempt. There's the snap. Quarterback setting up to throw. The senior quarterback lucky that didn't get picked off.
Hey, the good news is here, Chris, they're still in field goal range, and they didn't cost themselves any points, but they could have more. Got to be thinking about going for this on 4th and short.
Crucial play. Down double digits in the second half. They're going to go for it on 4th down. Looks like the QB is changing the play at the line. 4th down, looking to throw for it. Looking for the wideout. But it's incomplete. The defense makes a 4th down stop.
Oh, my gosh. A drop pass here on this 4th down play. Everything was perfect. The execution is there. The route is nice. The ball is on the money. All he has to do is catch it, and it's a first down, and he drops it. This one could come back to haunt him.
And here comes the Texas A&M offense back on the field. See if this quarterback can bounce back. The last possession, a pick on the very first play. And he finds his tight end for the catch. They bring down the receiver, but that's a nice gain on that play.
Boy, that's pretty good coverage here by this defense. Not much of a window to throw this ball into, but the quarterback's accuracy and the size of the tight end picks up a nice gain.
The pocket breaking down. It's incomplete. He was hit as he threw that time. And now 3rd down coming up. See if the offense can move the chains off that incompletion. Going to pick up the 3rd and short through the air. Throws to the tight end. Oh, that one's picked off. Look out, he's got some space. And that's a solid return after the interception.
Wow, a risky call by the offensive coordinator, playing with the lead in the playoff in the second half, throwing the football. I don't disagree with it, but now you give this defense a chance to create a turnover, and they capitalize here with the pick.
And the Florida State offense heads back onto the field. The last possession, they passed on a field goal attempt, but got stopped on 4th down. Let's see how they play this one. Tries to avoid the rush and just gets rid of it. It's incomplete. He was hit as he threw. Good pass rush there on first down. An incompletion makes it 2nd and 10. Quarterback looking to connect with the receiver here. And he's got it. Touchdown, Knowles.
You put 5 wide receivers into a formation, you put so much pressure on the defense. Do you have enough guys that can cover? Quarterback does such a good job of finding the weakness and exploiting it.
Kicking team out for the PAT try. And there's the point after. Kickoff teams come on the field now to send this one away. This one will be fair caught. And the Texas A&M offense heads back out onto the field. The last possession ended in an interception. Let's see if they continue to trust this quarterback in the passing game. And the quarterback keeps it here. Slides down to avoid the tackle.
Ooh, that came close to breaking into the secondary, potentially a big play. Read option, the quarterback keeps it. And while he didn't get a first down, he did get a nice chunk of yards. Only a nice tackle prevented it from going all the way.
Breaks into the clear right down the middle. End zone ahead. Inside the 20. Touchdown, Texas A&M. And the beatdown continues.
Chris, all week I wondered if this back might get loose and come up with a big play like this. The defense had their back turned, couldn't really see where he was. By the time they realized it, he just had too much speed, and he's able to take it to the end zone.
And the PAT is good as they continue to pull away even more. Here's the kickoff team. Let's see if they give the returner an opportunity to bring this back. He's going to bring it out of the end zone from a couple yards deep. And he stopped at the 18. Returner trying to make a play, but a touchback would have been a better idea. And the Seminoles offense comes back on the field. Quarterback checks the defensive look, makes some adjustments. And looking to throw now on first down. He's going for a big play downfield. It's caught on the left side for a huge gain. And a huge gain before he's forced out of bounds. Big yardage to set up a fresh set of downs. First down here for this offense. Quarterback drops back. Look at this. He'll go deep again. Incomplete. They cannot connect on the deep ball.
This is a great job by the defense, putting 2 defenders on the most talented receiver on their team. Make this quarterback have to find another option to move the ball down the field.
After the incompletion, QB tries it again on 2nd and 10. And the pass is dropped. Would have been a big gain, but he couldn't hold on. Had the big play to start the drive, but now, 2 incompletions, they face a 3rd and 10. Looking to throw yet again. And he's going to launch it deep again. Catch made in the end zone. Touchdown, Florida State.
Boy, what a job of the offensive coordinator going to that 5 wide receiver set, creating the one-on-one matchups, finding the most favorable matchup, and then going to that receiver for the score.
See if they can convert the point after. And he knocks it right through. Now they get set to kick it away. He'll call for the fair catch here. And here comes the Aggies offense back on the field. And here's the handoff. That's a nice tackle there by the senior.
Christine, the spread era over the years has always grown offensively, but I've been always impressed with defenses that really build their defense to play in space, still have an ability to be sound at the line of scrimmage and defend a running game. It's exactly what we saw right there.
Stopped right there at the line, no gain.
That back just had nowhere to go. Got to give credit to the defense and their run fits on that play.
Offense facing a 3rd and long from the 28. Got to have your pass protection in order on this play. To throw, it's Connors. Looking for his big tight end. Who makes the grab. Rips off a big gain all the way to the plus 43-yard line.
Well, this offensive line, you got to tip your cap. They've done everything you would ask of them in taking care of this quarterback. They do it again here on 3rd down, working with that lead. You know the pressure's coming, and they deliver.
Offense comes up to the line. They might have a chance for a couple more plays before the quarter expires. Back at it to start the quarter. Offense getting set to run a 1st down play. Hand it off for a draw. Breaking tackles. They stop him after a 6-yard gain, so 2nd and 4.
The draw is a good way to keep the defensive line in check and use their aggressiveness against them. It can be real effective, even in passing situations, if you mix it in correctly.
2nd down after that run on the previous play. Hand off to the single back. They test the middle of the defense, but get nothing.
Well, that's an excellent effort here by this defense, staying in their run fits. They're holding their own at the line and making the tackle. The offense just couldn't get enough of a push to get anything going there.
3rd down play for this offense. Here's the snap, looking to throw here. Dump off caught by the running back. Finding some room at the 25. And he's brought down, but he does have enough for the 1st down.
I've really enjoyed watching this guy play all year, and it's been great to see him in person today, making good decisions, accurate throws, and keeping this offense moving.
Pass caught. Can he get in? He takes it into the end zone, but a marker is down, so hold on here. The defensive penalty is declined. Offense very happy to take the result of that play. But they'll try to add the lead now with the PAT. The extra point is good, and they stretch the lead a little bit more. Kickoff team on the field getting set now. Returner looking to make a play here. He'll be tackled at the 18. That's good coverage there. And here comes the Florida State offense on the field. Quarterback changing the play now at the line. First play of the drive, looking to throw the football. Here's a shot toward the right sideline. The catch is made for a huge pickup. Breaks into the clear. It's a sprint. Takes it all the way to the house. Touchdown, Seminoles.
Well, first of all, I'm impressed that the user has not turned the game off and reset. They're playing it to the final whistle. And the offense is following your lead by playing hard and gaining some confidence for next week. You're not going to win this game, but I'll tell you what, you're a trooper.
And he is stopped short. The two-point try fails. They can't cut this lead further. The kickoff team on the field now as they get set to send this one away. And the returner elects to fair catch it. No return. Here comes the Texas A&M offense back on the field. This group has been clicking. It really built momentum. Can the defense make adjustments? Come up with a stop here. Looking to scramble. Plenty of time back there in the pocket. He's going to throw to the right. Wow, a third hit tonight by the QB. Not much on the return there, but the takeaway will give the offense the football at the 46. Quarterback now all alone in the backfield. First play of the drive, they'll come out throwing. He's escaping the pocket now. And he's going to fling it deep, going for it all here. Downfield shot, falls incomplete. Couldn't quite connect there.
This is smart defense. When you're trying to protect the lead late in the game, you know they're going to take some shots. Get those safeties and those defensive backs back far, anticipating a deep throw, and knock the ball away.
Offense getting set. Second down play here. Quarterback pre-snap adjustments now for this defense. And he's back to throw again on 2nd and 10. Wow, back-to-back deep shots. Tried to go very deep there. Good effort. Now it's 3rd down.
Well, Chris, the offense takes a shot downfield, and this defender does a great job of making a play on the ball. Not only that, he tips that ball up into the air. Good chance for the defense to come up with an interception there.
Drops back, needing a 3rd down completion here. And it's caught. Touchdown. Knowles. Coach makes the decision to go for a 2-point conversion. There's the snap. Looking to throw the ball. It's incomplete. A dangerous pass there. Almost picked off in the end zone. Kickoff team is on the field. Let's see if they give the returner a chance to bring this one back.
56, Florida State, 26.
And the fair catch, signaled for and taken. And here comes the Texas A&M offense back on the field. Let's see how this quarterback responds. Remember, an interception on the very first play of the last possession. He'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Quarterback leaves the pocket on the move now. Nobody open downfield. He just throws it away. Now it's 2nd down here. And he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Chris, textbook job by the defense, surrounding the runner and preventing that play from being bounced to the outside.
A tough situation for the offense. 3rd and long from their 25. Let's see if the defense brings some heat here. Looking downfield. It's Connors. Catch made on the left side. Takes a big shot there from the defense, but moves the sticks. 1st down.
Well, he's been their go-to guy all game long. They needed a big play there on 3rd down. They go his way again, and it works out.
Texas A&M getting set with a 1st and 10 now. And the quarterback looking to make a play through the air. Trying to extend the play. He's got a lot of time. Now sends this one deep to the right. Touchdown, Aggies. And the route is on.
Chris, you talk about having a day. This offense just goes out. They're not even looking at the scoreboard. They're just going out, executing the play call, and continuing to put points on the board.
They'll try to add to the lead now with the PAT. PAT is good as they build on this big lead. Now the kickoff team is out on the field. Returner looking to make a play here. And the returner brought down by that coverage team. And the Florida State offense heads back onto the field. Receivers now getting some new assignments before the snap. On 1st and 10, looking to throw. Fires it to the wideout. Makes the catch downfield. Out of bounds, but not before a huge gain. Offense gets a fresh set of downs. And just one play, and they're just shy of midfield now. On 1st and 10 here, looking to throw the ball. And he'll loft it to the end zone. Tried to press the ball deep, but it's incomplete.
Well, they don't connect here, but this is what you have to do. It's late in the game. You need points. You're behind. You got to take some shots. I'd go right back to it, try to find a matchup, and go to one of your receivers that can make a play for you.
Second down, we're going to throw it. Defense is coming after him. Pass caught down at the 20. Potentially a touchdown-saving tackle, but not before a long completion. Offense keeps moving. It's a completion for a first down. Looking to throw it from the red zone. Quarterback escapes the pocket. And he just throws the ball away there and lives to play another down. That's a smart choice on first down.
Boy, this offense has really struggled today, Chris, when it comes to throwing the football. They have dug themselves a huge hole. They're not going to have any chance of coming back. And I think one thing about this is you wonder where you go from here. You're hoping to make a play or two to give yourself a belief that things can get better, but it's just been a disastrous day for the offense.
And throwing again on 2nd and 10. And this one is caught. And he'll run out of bounds after picking up a few yards on the play.
Hey, there's the execution that's been lacking most of this game, but they'll take it. You know, you try to do everything that you can to learn and try to build for the future. And at this point in the game, it's obviously over, but you love to see the offense coordinator still giving this quarterback opportunities.
This is crucial. Defense needing a stop on 3rd down, trying to force a field goal. Looking to chuck it again. Launching one to the end zone. Oh, and it's batted down by the defense. Great play to deny a touchdown.
How about the defense today? They have played so well. I think the defensive coordinator put together a great plan. His kids clearly understood their scheme because they have been aggressive and attacking all game long.
Well, a field goal here does them no good, so the offense stays on the field. They'll go for it. 4th down. He's throwing for it. And he finds his target. He has the first. He moves the ball to the 7-yard line. Offense has a 1st and goal now. They'll change the pre-snap look now. From the gun, he looks for an open man. Touchdown, Florida State. Still no answer for this offense.
You know, the most impressive thing to me, Chris, they're not going to win this football game. I love that they're still fighting. I think that tells you a lot about this team. The character, the culture, the way they're coached. It's not their day, but I'm just impressed that they're still battling out there.
Now they'll empty the backfield on this 2-point conversion. Here's the snap. Quarterback drops back. Oh, and it's batted down by the defense. Great play to deny a touchdown.
Texas A&M 63, Florida State
Kickoff team is on the field to boot this one away. And the return man decides to signal fair catch. And the Texas A&M offense heads back out onto the field. This has been a tremendous performance by this team. Now just the finishing touches. Run out the clock and let the party begin. Quick throw to his receiver. And he's intercepted for the 4th time tonight. Can he take it all the way? And he steps out, but that's the takeaway this defense was looking for.
That's the last thing that you could afford to do. Working with the lead in the 4th quarter, I thought it'd be easy throws, high percentage throws, run the football, keep that clock moving. Now you've given your opponent a chance to get back into this game.
Great spot to start this drive for the offense. First play of the drive, they're going to throw the football. Fires it to the wideout. Intercepted in the end zone. Not much on the return, but they snuff out the drive with the takeaway.
Well, this defense has been great the entire football game here. They knew they had a lot of pressure on them in the playoff. They stepped up and played well all game long, and now they get a critical interception here late in this game.
Handoff as they try to work the clock here. Ball carrier brought down, but a flag's on the field. Let's check out this call. And the head coach will decide to accept the penalty and take the yardage. First down play call coming up. How aggressive will it be? They'll run it to the right side. That run moves the ball to the 16. And now it's the defense that calls timeout here, trying to get organized and preserve as much clock as possible.
Just another example of this offense, Chris, doing pretty much whatever they want to do. They've been able to run the football. Offensive lines held their own in pass protection. Quarterbacks had an outstanding...
Sacked, dropped at the 3. And now a timeout taken by the defense, trying to preserve as much clock as possible for their offense. So a tricky situation here. 3rd and very long inside your own 20. How much of a risk do you take? You know this defense could be very aggressive at this moment. He's moving out of the pocket. He lets it go on the move, looking deep. And that's interception number 5. When will this QB get the hook? And he steps out of bounds, but a crucial takeaway. Great play by this defense. And the Seminoles offense comes back on the field. At this point, not much you can do except play for pride. First play of the drive, they'll come out throwing. And they heave it deep downfield. And he will score. Touchdown, Seminoles.
Love this never-say-die attitude from this quarterback. He's still slinging it out there. This game's out of reach, but this guy's still putting the ball in the air, and this one's a touchdown.
Let's go.
Quarterback drops back. We're going to test the secondary. And it's picked off in the end zone. Formation would indicate they're going to try the onside kick here. Oh, the onside kick is recovered, and the gamble pays off. Pretty easy call for the head coach. He will accept that penalty, of course. Big guys up front lined up. It's first down.
Here we go.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Quarterback escapes the pocket and takes off. And left with no option, just has to throw it away. Completion makes it second down. Secondary backed up off the ball now. Looking to pass, it's Connors. Quarterback delivers complete to the right side. And now it's the defense that calls timeout here, trying to get organized and preserve as much clock as possible. Not going to be easy here. Backed up a long way to go for a first down. And he'll drop back here on third down. Receiver makes the grab. And a big game before he goes out of bounds. The offense keeps churning, gets a fresh set of downs. Texas A&M getting set with a 1st and 10 now. Drops back from the shotgun, looking for an open man. And the senior making a disruptive impact play.
A really good job by this defense. The quarterback looked to be trying to work through his progressions to find his open receiver, but before he knew it, he's on his back.
The pass rush closing in. Quarterback looks to his right and finds his man. Marked out of bounds, but it's another big game. This air attack, no problem moving the ball up and down the field today.
Boy, this guy is having a day you just dream about as a quarterback. Another big completion. Now, give the offensive line a lot of credit. The receivers, everybody doing their job. And this quarterback now is over 450 yards on the game.
And they stop the clock with a timeout, 9 seconds remaining. Second down play coming up. They snap it. Quarterback looking to throw the ball. Trying to create outside the pocket now. He finds his man. And a timeout is taken with just 1 second remaining in the game. And they keep this drive going, trying to convert on third down now. Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. Looking for 6. Touchdown, A&M. And this one is getting ugly.
You know, coaches love to see a football team that doesn't get caught up in the scoreboard. They're just out executing and doing what needs to be done. That's what we're seeing from this offense. Yeah, they continue to put points on the board and they're pulling away. I just love to see the execution and how they're going about their business.
Of course, in the playoffs, is survive and advance. This is a crucial W. Great performance, but now the stage gets even bigger. The challenges will continue going forward.
Yeah, more and more pressure will grow as this team continues to win football games. But you and I have been around this team all year long. So impressed with the emotions and how they're able to contain themselves, stay focused on the task at hand. They did that again today. They advance. Cannot wait to watch and see what they can do next week.
And that is going to wrap it up. We enjoyed this one here.